Now, meanwhile, Americans across the country are doing their usual over-the-top Halloween thing, and the holiday is a $7 billion enterprise. There's even plenty being spent on pets. $350 million, that is, worth of costumes for creatures. And to give us an insight into this phenomenon is Professor Dana Humphrey from the Fashion Institute of Technology, an educational institute that actually has a pet product marketing department, no less. Let me get that out. Welcome to the program. Should we go straight to our star guest here?
Thank you. Sure. This is Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell is dressed as Tinkerbell for Halloween, as you can see. She's very excited for the holidays. And Tinkerbell is actually a rescue. She came from the Little Shelter in Long Island, and she's a Papatese. She's a Papillon Maltese mix, and she's ready to go.
She's very well behaved. I've always been told, never work with animals or children,
right,
but she's obviously very well behaved. So what is this huge phenomenon that Americans are spending huge amounts of money on their pets?
As more people are getting pets and incorporating pets into their lives and into their families, just 2 years ago, people were spending $50 million on pet Halloween costumes.
That's still an awful lot of money.
This year, it's $350 million.
So how have we suddenly gone from 50 to 350? What's made the big leap? What's the big difference?
Well, it's a little bit of a change in our society. It used to be that people would get married, buy a house, have a baby, and then get the family dog. Now what people are doing is they're moving in together, then they're getting a dog, then they're getting married, then they're having the baby.
And now she's howling away. She agrees. Tinkerbell agrees.
More and more young people are getting pets, more millennials are getting pets. 86% of families across the United States are now pet owners. So it's just becoming a huge trend, and more people are adopting animals, which is fantastic. And it's just becoming part of our society.
And so obviously the markets have caught up with this as well, because it's a huge cash cow for them. Tell us a little bit about what they're doing. You come over here, Tinkerbell. You
Sure.
carry on.
Well, now places such as FIT, the Fashion Institute of Technology, has a pet product marketing and design program. More and more people are wanting to get into the pet industry. It's an $86 billion industry. People want to take a bite out of it and get involved. So, there's all kinds of costumes that people can get.
Let's talk about the costumes. What are the most popular costumes?
Usually the traditional costumes that are most popular include the bee and the pumpkin and the ladybug.
Tinkerbell's been behaving very well before we came on. Now she's getting all excited. But anyway, so the bee, pumpkin, and...
Yeah, some of your traditional costumes. And, the pet industry is about 2 to 3 months behind the human industry. So whatever's popular for us is about 2 months behind for them. So you see some zombie costumes, you see some mummies, you see some things like that as well.
I've seen a few
costumes. A little more scary.
I've seen a few costumes where the dogs are dressed up as lions. That's a little endearing. So is it simply because, obviously, people are getting more pets? Pets are becoming more and more popular, becoming part of the family,
Exactly.
and that's all sort of tied into why people are spending so much more money.
Yep. The two categories that are really growing the fastest are eco-friendly products and natural treats and food. Something that Tinkerbell is showing us is that they don't like things on their head. So bows, hats, things like that, that costumes or headbands. It's great for a photo, and then you might want to take it off.
See, that's actually a good idea. What advice would you give to pet owners in terms of what they should and shouldn't dress their pets as, and what's sort of uncomfortable, say, for someone like Tinkerbell?
Yeah, well, you definitely want to make sure that they can't eat their costume. For example, Tinkerbell was trying to eat her wand here. You don't want to have them have any digestibles that aren't going to work out. You want to also make sure that there's no choking hazard. You always want to make sure you can put 2 fingers in between their neck and whatever they're wearing, whether it's a collar or a costume. And don't put kids' costumes on pets. Either make a costume that fits perfectly, or or get a costume specifically designed for animals.
And are there any particular sectors of the pet industry that's growing, particularly obviously for pets like dogs and cats and things like that?
Yeah, I mean the pet food industry is huge. Food and treats are really kind of the top 2 sectors. And again, anything eco-friendly or natural are the next rising categories.
Okay, Dana, listen, thank you. And Tinkerbell, thank you very much indeed for joining us on the program. You're very sweet. Have a happy Halloween. I will leave you to
Halloween.
the pet lady. Thanks, Dana, for joining us. I appreciate
you.
it. Well, for howling of one kind to another, stay with us as we find out who the biggest Halloweeners are at the box office. We'll be right back.